Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa game and a what if scenario. And today we're going to be doing a what if Egypt qualify for the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. So, to give you a little bit of backstory to the qualifying campaign, Egypt were in the same group with, I believe, Algeria, who actually qualified for this tournament. Now, looking at the group table, Egypt and Algeria actually had the same points, but presumably, I think Egypt missed out on goal difference from the looks of it. I can't really tell from this table that I got here, but it looks like Egypt had missed out on goal difference. So Algeria automatically went through and Egypt missed out. So this is a very easy situation. We replace Algeria with Egypt and put Egypt in with England, USA and Slovenia. Now, I know a couple of people are going to be like, oh, well, Egypt might not have been drawn in England's group and stuff like that. I mean, we're just literally swapping one team for another. It's not that deep. Of course, if you did the draw again today, it would yield different results. So before we start this little what if scenario with Egypt, let's have a look at the squad for Egypt. And my Egyptian football knowledge isn't that brilliant, but there are a few players here that I do recognise. So we have Abu Traika, centre attacking midfield, sort of centre forward position. And we also got the striker Amir Zaki up top, 79 rated. I can't remember who he used to play for when he was in the Premier League. I can't remember. But we should also have Mido, I think. Is he down here somewhere? I see Sudan. That's pretty cool that we got him. There's Mido as well. I'm fairly sure Mido used to play for Middlesbrough. This Egypt team isn't that bad, to be fair. There are some very good rated players on here. Obviously, it was a bit too early for Mohamed Salah. But before we get into this game against Slovenia, I'd like to remind you it's on Legendary to try and get the best experience possible for this. Here we go then, Egypt versus Slovenia in our first World Cup match with them. Now, there is a problem with these what if scenarios on 2010. Whenever you do a World Cup starting out from the group stages, the game likes to glitch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically you finish your group stage campaign and teams that didn't qualify will somehow override teams that have actually qualified sometimes, and it will mess everything up. So it's not going to be insanely accurate. Just to warn you guys, you know, on 2014, 2018, 2022, at least it doesn't glitch. But this game's fundamental problem is that when you're doing a World Cup from this point on, not qualifying, just this point on, it will glitch. Crossed in. Header! Oh, it's off the post. Early chance there. And it's pushed away by Handanovic. Another thing I will say is that on 2010, I don't like to big myself up, but it is my favourite game, and I tend to be better at this game than the other games. So, yeah, if I get to like the World Cup final or something, then you can brand this scenario unrealistic. And great save by Handanovic there to through ball. And Dedic is trying to get through, but he's going to be stopped. Egypt struggling a little bit with containing the ball. And here comes Imad Motiab. And he's running on through. Is there a chance for Egypt? Great pass. And that's a goal! A goal for Egypt at this World Cup. And it's Abu Traika with the first goal in the 26th minute to give Egypt the lead. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you know, it could go either way between these two. I think it's going to be a close game if you put these two together in the 2010 World Cup. That was a terrible header and given away by Egypt, and it's a goal. That defending was not good, and Novakovic has scored the equaliser here for Slovenia. It's now 1-1. Zaki, he's still going. Amir Zaki off the post and in. And Amir Zaki has scored at this World Cup. It's 2-1. Egypt have reclaimed their lead. I mean, yeah, okay. You know, a bit unbelievable really with Zaki charging on through like that. Defensively, Slovenia weren't very good there. But yeah, okay, 2-1. That's a good ball. And that's 2-2, Slovenia. I mean, Dedic has scored and, well, this is becoming insane in the first half. I mean, we can't really say what would happen realistically because, well, 2010 is like 14 years ago and we can never put these players up against each other ever. But yeah, 2-2 seems a little bit far-fetched. I thought it'd only be like a 1-0 to either of these teams, but no. Crossed in, and it's not headed there. And we might go into half-time with a 2-2 on the score sheet. Yes, we will. So this half has been pretty crazy. 2-2. It does back up my point that these two are very well matched up because when one scores, the other scores immediately afterwards. The second half has been quite slow compared to the first at the moment. I've barely had any chances to go on through. Novakovic, Dedic. It's going through, and he's rolled it in for 3-2. This game is getting wild, and Dedic has scored again. And with 20 minutes left to play, Egypt are 3-2 down against Slovenia. Hosni on the ball. Egypt pressing. Could be a chance. It's a goal. It's 3-3. What a game. And Amir Zaki has equalised in the 89th minute. And wow, 3-3 between these two. I've got to be honest, like, I think that these teams could have drawn against each other. Potentially would have been like a 1-0 either way. But 3-3 is, in my opinion, in real life, a bit unrealistic. Unless, I mean, of course, we don't know what truly would have been the scoreline in the game. But in my opinion, 3-3 is just a little bit too unrealistic. And that is going to be it. Egypt and Slovenia have drawn 3-3 with each other. The draw by itself is fine, but the scoreline is unrealistic in my opinion, like I said. We now turn our attention to the hardest games of the group. Egypt have to play USA and England. Our second match of this World Cup is against England. So, my instinct tells me that England would have won this match in real life. However, before you start to dogpile me in the comments, Egyptian fans, I am fully aware that England failed to beat Algeria in this fixture. I think we drew against them, and that was when Rooney was like, you know, he had that rant at the camera. It's like, nice to see your home fans boo you, or whatever. Ultimately, in my opinion, I think England might have won this game, maybe like 1-0 or something like that. I mean, England should have beaten Algeria in 2010. They should have, but they didn't because we were really poor. So let's see if Egypt can get a shock win here against England. It's very hard to play against England on this game because they can be seen as being slightly overpowered, even though they do have good players on the side. But yeah, they just always seem to absolutely destroy me. And that is terrible from Rob Green. Come on, Abu Traker. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Rob Green just got bailed out by Abu Traker's horrendous finish. Like, the goal was open. Go on, through ball. Motiab. He scores to make it 1-0 against England. And Egypt had taken a shock lead against England in the 12th minute. Do I think that's realistic? I mean, it could have happened. If we were struggling against Algeria, then yeah, of course, we might have had Egypt scoring against us in alternate reality. I don't know. England have a corner in the 20th minute. They find themselves 1-0 down. And it's headed away. And they've got it back here. England with Barry. He crosses that in. And headed in by Wayne Rooney. It's 1-1. And what a diving header that was by Rooney. England have equalised. Now, will they be able to take the lead like I predicted? Or can Egypt hold on? It was a great cross by Barry. Defensively, we fell asleep a little bit. Rooney with a diving header off the post and in. Great finish by Rooney. And that is 1-1. Over the top here, and Gerrard's going through. What a ball by Rooney. And what's Gerrard doing? Okay, he's found Lampard. And Heskey gets his shot blocked. And boot it away for half-time. And England and Egypt are still locked to level here. Great game, really. We've had a decent amount of chances. Good ball. And here comes Rooney. What can he do? Gerrard tackled. This game has been very, very tightly contested in the second half. The first half was completely wild. And Rooney! Oh, he's headed it in! A couple of deflections and Rooney has scored for England in the 68th minute. And now Egypt are in trouble. Against England, they held on quite well. But look, it was flicked on there by my own player. He headed it towards Rooney. What was that all about? I wanted it outside the box, not towards Rooney. We have a corner in the 85th minute. This is probably going to be our final chance. Egypt cross it in. Header, and it goes over the bar. We might drop this game. Carrick out to Gareth Barry. Into the middle. And it's blocked. Egypt just need to get rid of it, stop England's intensity and the pressure, and Egypt have lost 2-1 here against England. Do I think it's realistic? Yes, I do actually. England struggled against Algeria massively in the real 2010 World Cup, only drawing, I believe, 0-0 in that game. They won here against Egypt. However, there were factors in the game that of course led to our loss. Of course, Abu Traika's miss at the start of the game. We should have probably scored that. Theoretically, it could have been 2-2. That would have been very unrealistic, but acceptable in my eyes. Alright then guys, so before we get into our final match in the group against the United States, this is our table. England are top with 6, United States with 3, Egypt with 1, and Slovenia with 1. So we just gotta hope that we beat the United States in our next match. Here we go then, USA versus Egypt, and well, of course, Egypt just need to win. That's all they need to do. Now, in the real 2010 FIFA World Cup, it was USA versus Algeria, of course. And wasn't this the game where the United States equalised or won? Was it? I think it was an equaliser actually against Algeria in the dying seconds of the game to send the United States through to the round of 16. I'm fairly sure Algeria were about to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but yeah. And then who was it? Donovan or Dempsey scored? I can't remember. So Donovan has the chance to maybe put it in the middle and set up an attack. And he has. And that's headed in by, I think that's Michael Bradley, the son of Bob Bradley, the coach. And it is 1-0. It is the son, right? It's not like a brother or whatever. It's definitely his son. I think so anyway. But yeah, 1-0 to the United States. So yeah, currently at the moment we are about to be eliminated. USA trying to press here, outer door into the middle. And it's wide. Again, another side, kind of like England in a way, where they're always in our faces. They're always trying to score. I mean, of course they are, but like these three sides that we played in this group have not let Egypt breathe in this group stage. They really haven't. It really does feel like, in a way, we are the weakest team, even though in terms of star rating, we are rated the same as the United States and Slovenia. Good ball. Oh, over the bar there. You got to keep those shots down. And the Egyptians can't believe they've wasted that chance to equalise. An hour played, just over an hour played, and USA are constantly mounting pressure on us. It feels like we haven't got room to breathe. We haven't had much to do up top either. We've missed all our chances that we could get to get back into the game. So it's a bit of a shame, but at the same time, I always knew that the United States was going to be tough. Here come the United States, they cross it in, and that is it! Outer door has scored, and that is 2-0, and you have to say it's probably game over now. You have to say Egypt defensively just cannot handle these sides. Even against Slovenia, where we made it 3-3, we were conceding lots of goals in that game. And against England, of course, we were always going to lose that one. But here against the United States, in a must-win situation, I don't think we're going to do it. Amir Zaki, and taken out, and that is going to be, well, I think that's going to be a second yellow. No, it's not. Very lucky boy. But yeah, we got a free kick. We can get one back maybe, if we can. Hassan. Yes, we got one back, you know, something to end on, but I don't think we're going to get another chance. We got 2 minutes left to play. Amir Zaki crosses that in, and no header. I think it's all over for Egypt now. I mean, it is. We needed 2 goals in the matter of, like, I don't know, 2 minutes. It's impossible. But Egypt will be crashing out of this 2010 World Cup. And do I think it's realistic? Yes, I do, actually. I do. Algeria didn't go through in real life. And Egypt, I would say, probably wouldn't have gone through either. I'm sorry to say, Egyptian fans out there, but I think that England and the United States would have gone through regardless if you switch Algeria for Egypt. You know, don't get me wrong, Egypt are decent at attacking on this game. It's just that defensively we were not like containing these sides. So the game has glitched and it's put Egypt through against Ghana, which is really annoying. But, yeah, that's just how it is. But, however, we're not going to continue. We are not going to continue because it's unrealistic. We actually got eliminated in the group stage. If you have a look here, we obviously were eliminated with 1 point. Of course, we didn't deserve to go through, but the game is glitched, like I said at the start of the video. So, to keep up with the realism and stuff like that, you know, to make it realistic, I'm ending the gameplay here. I know a few people will be like, play Ghana, play Ghana, play Ghana. No, it's not an actual run where, you know, if we glitch through, then it's like, oh, a miracle sort of thing. No, we do not deserve it. We're 5 points behind. We have to maintain some type of realism. 2010 always does this if you start a run from the actual World Cup, apart from qualifying. Qualifying doesn't do it, or very, very rarely does it. But if you do it from this stage, it always glitches out for some of the teams. So, yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed your what if scenario with Egypt today. If you did, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.